Hello and welcome to Motoring Evolution. We are in the south of England in the New Forest to meet an owner called Chris, who is, let's say, a bit of a Ford fanatic. He is a massive Ford guy, and this is the feature car for today. This is a Mark 6 ST150, but this particular car is a very special one. It's a 500. What does that mean? So, 2008, 500 of these last of the run Mark 6s were made, and he is fortunate enough to have number 78. But it doesn't stop there. He's also got another ST and a few bikes as well. So, known as the Asbo car, we're going to bring Chris in and enjoy the video, because we're going to have a walk around and take the car out for a drive. Hey Chris.
How we doing, you alright?
Not too bad. So Chris, you've bagged yourself an ST150 500.
Limited edition, yeah, I have.
Beautiful car, really nice. Now, what was the main reason you bought this particular car? Because I am aware that they are dropping in numbers.
The main reason is I think it stands out from the rest, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's in my favourite colour, black.
Panther black. Yeah, definitely. It sits really well. Yeah. Now, this is in impeccable condition. It's been detailed. You've obviously done a bit of paintwork correction and machine polishing, and hopefully you guys at home, the camera will pick this up. This thing is like glass. It looks absolutely immaculate, and that's throughout the whole car. So obviously buying the car for its rarity, Chris, and its looks and its dynamic delivery and power. And did you also buy it as a bit of a future investment as well? Yeah,
100%. Once I seen there was a limited edition, I thought, yeah, I've got to have it, and I'll cherish it and look after it, because I'll guarantee you there's not many of them left on the road. In fact, I do believe there's less than 300 on the road.
Wow.
But none of them are in this condition that I've seen. There may be one or two out there,
yeah,
but all completely standards most likely. But yeah, I mean, they're just rising in value.
Sure. Number 78.
Number 78, yeah. I managed to find that information out because it doesn't come with the car. You have a plaque on the inside of the car that says 1 of 500.
Okay.
But to actually find the information off a guy called Neil Hayes, who works for ProDrive, or used to work for ProDrive, managed to find all this data for all the ST500s, not just the Fiestas, but also the Focuses. So all I had to do is give him my original VRN, and he was able to distinguish that my car was build number 78, and I was just made up with that.
Fantastic.
It just goes with the car history now, and I can log that myself.
And they was only produced from, I think, May to July in 2008, so it's a proper last of the run before the Mark 9 came out.
Correct, yeah, and they're all in Panther black, all of them. Every ST500 only came in Panther black.
So since you've owned this car, Chris, have you seen another one on the road?
Yeah, a good friend of mine actually had one, and he was in a bit of a wreck. He cleaned it up a little bit, did some nice bits, and then he decided to move it on. He wanted to go down a different route, but I'm yet to actually see another one in this condition.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't in person, so yeah, it would be nice if I actually seen more of them.
Well, with the interest of our video today and taking it out for a drive, hopefully it gets people interested. And whatever's left out there. Yeah, 100%. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
So moving on to the exterior, Chris, and the styling cues of this car. Obviously it looks slightly different to the standard ST150, but I can't see why. I mean, I've noticed something on the front there. That's not normal. Normally you get on the ST150 the Viper stripes.
Yeah, they do come with Viper stripes. Some of them come without any stripes whatsoever, apart from what they'll have is one stripe down the side, and it'll just say ST there where it says Ford. And now on the front, this is to celebrate the Ford Escort RS 2000. That's why they made this car special and is so unique by that on the front. People will often ask you, why is that on the front, and they don't know.
Sure.
Until you explain why.
It's a little Easter egg there, just for its heritage.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see a much. So, have you done any styling cues yourself, and you've taken it up to your level and changed the car and its
Absolutely,
experience?
yeah. I mean, it's an absolute must in my opinion. you want to personalise your vehicle to how you want it to look.
Sure.
In my mind, I want it to look discreet, subtle, and nice, really clean. So yeah, I've changed the headlights. These are Angel Eye aftermarket headlights, only good for daytime use, I must add. I've got a TRC front splitter on there, and I've also put some black Zunsport grill guards on there to stop any stone chips from my painted grills.
Nice.
Around the sides, I've fitted spacers on the front and the rear. So we have 15mm on the front and 20 on the back. It just helps with the handling, and I think it brings out the wheels a lot nicer to fill the arches. You complement that with the AP Racing coilover kit that's fitted to the car, and I think the stance is just unbelievable. It just looks perfect in my mind. One downside is though, I mean, once you add spacers, your turning circle is shortened, and obviously your wheels are out a little bit more, so you're at risk of stone chips at the side of the vehicle. So you fit mud guards.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I've fitted rally flaps to this car, just to stop any stone chips. But other than that, apart from tinted windows and the usual sort of thing people do, that's pretty much it aesthetically.
You've made a very nice looking car even nicer with very subtle personal changes, and it works really well.
Exactly
you've done a really good job.
Yeah, I didn't want it in your face, look at me, but yeah, I'm happy with it.
Perfect. Should we have a look inside?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, so.
So, sitting in the Fiesta ST, space isn't the best, but we've got to remember what this car is actually designed for.
Road going go-kart.
It absolutely is, definitely. But we've got all the usual refinements, and I've noticed we've got air conditioning as well, which was a bit of a rare one on the ST.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were fitted with the optional extra of air conditioning. Some were factory fitted with optional extra air conditioning. Some of them have climate control. It's all the buyer's preference when they were bought new. In my opinion, this should have come with it because it's the last version of the Mark 6 ST150. Now with the 500, you get the carbon surround on the dash, and there's actually a gear thing which I've not got fitted at the moment due to having.
That's a clean fit as well, isn't it? The gate there, it's
that's it, yeah.
Sort of like Napa leather, red stitching.
That's it.
Really nice.
Carbon on the top of there, but also with the ST500, you get Panther black 17-inch alloy wheels.
Yeah.
Red brake calipers, and the distinctive U-shape graphic on the front, and the Ford logo down the sides.
Okay.
Silver, yeah.
Beautiful. Embossed seats as well with the ST stitching on the back of the seats there, and
that's it. They all come like that. All STs come with ST on them, but not all of them are full leather interior.
Now what
with heated seats.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what I've noticed now is this car is generally considered as a bit of an ASBO car.
Yeah.
But the back seats are immaculate.
Yeah.
And there's it looks like there's no one has ever sat in there. But yeah, but I think the main thing for this car is that peppy engine, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
2-litre Duratec
16
valve engine, around 150 brake horsepower as claimed.
Yep.
But this one's a particularly special car, isn't it? Because you've been playing.
It's had a little bit of tuning, should we say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we take a look?
Certainly, yeah.
Let's take a look at the engine. I'll pop the bonnet, which is just here. Cool. So Chris, opening the bonnet on your ST500, that is a pretty busy engine bay, and that's immaculate as well.
Yeah, it's clean.
Wow, 2-litre, 150 brake horsepower thereabout, shares its engine with other cars, but for this car, which weighs, let's say, I don't know, I think it's around 1150 kilo,
yeah, they're
perfectly capable, 2-litre 16 valve Duratorque, but it doesn't stop there because you've played with this engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some subtle mods on there. Would you like to go through them?
Yeah, so we'll start off with your K&N induction kit with a cone filter. From there, we've got a 60mm throttle body.
Nice.
Which obviously helps with increased performance.
Yeah.
From there, going up, we have the Magna-Core ignition leads attached to denser iridium spark plugs.
Nice.
Under there, then, we have Cosworth Spec 200 cams, which, yeah, the bigger lobes, more performance again.
Yeah.
Obviously with a remap and all that sort of stuff we'll talk about in a minute. And then from there at the back you have Miltech Evolution 2 manifold attached to a decat and a full stainless steel custom exhaust.
Brilliant. What do you really notice with the cam change? I guess that would change the whole characteristics of the power delivery.
100%, yeah. I mean, she revs a lot a lot longer, a lot quicker. When you're in a higher gear, the low down torque is much better. The pickup in a higher gear is just unreal. Attached to the custom remap I did for it, which was literally custom, all written up and then downloaded to the car through the ECU via laptop.
Wow.
Yes, but I'm yet to get it on a dyno, so I can actually tell you the official figure. But at the moment, I do believe she's running anywhere between 180 and 190 brake horsepower.
Wow.
But again, like you say, with the weight of the vehicle, its power to weight ratio, it's just crazy.
Yeah, sure. That sounds pretty serious. So that's completely changed the characteristics of the way this delivers its power.
Yeah, it's not how it delivers its power as well, it's how it can handle it.
Sure.
So from there, you've got your OMP strut brace, which is going to help with any handling, especially on these lovely B roads.
Yeah, sure.
And also with the mount tune short shift arm, you can get up to speed, so quicker.
Yeah.
And the gear changes are just 100% smoother and again faster.
So all in all, Chris, it definitely makes for a much more dynamic drive.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, it will be better. It's going to be boosted.
Okay.
But to boost it, a lot of other things are going to have to change, like the inlet manifold.
Sure.
That will go completely. It'll have a custom fitted to it, inlet manifold. And then obviously the full turbo kit, but to manage the turbo kit there will be some internals in the engine to manage that. So yeah, it'll be a transformed engine once it's finished, and so, I think it'll be a very special car, one of a kind, limited edition St500 turbo.
That you drive to work every day?
That I drive to work every day, yeah.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Well, I think it's only appropriate that we take this car around those windy B roads, don't you?
Sounds brilliant to me.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we're in the car, Chris, and yeah, so it's warmed up. Yeah. We've got some nice windy B roads, so all that tuning and all those modifications you've done will essentially come together now to create that dynamic drive that you're looking for in an ST.
Exactly that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, once you manage to stretch its legs on an open road, especially with the cams, the engine, it literally just comes to life.
Yeah, sure. So this is second gear.
Second gear, foot down hard, feel the cams kicking.
Yeah, you feel the cams kicking.
She'll go all the way up to 7,000 RPM. She'll just keep pulling.
Beautiful. You feel the rush.
You do.
You feel, I mean, that generally does feel more like 180, 190 brake horsepower.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got a lot of low end torque as well for those cams.
Exactly.
Definitely feel
Just,
it.
I can floor it, and
it just keeps going, it just keeps pulling, guys.
because the engine's a Mazda Duratec, they rev so much better than the Ford Duratec.
Sure.
That's the way I've always felt it, because I used to own Ford ST170, and to get them up to speed, you had to rev them hard to get them up,
Yeah.
But with this, it's literally,
It just goes. It just
down,
pulls and
it
pulls.
just pulls and pulls and pulls, it just keeps going.
And the revs are going with the speedo.
They certainly are, yeah.
They're both going up together. There's no lag in anything. And there's your fifth gear, because there's no signal.
There's no signal.
And it's still pulling.
Still pulling.
Fifth gear is still pulling. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a pocket rocket.
Yeah, she goes well. I love it. It'll be even quicker once she's boosted.
Oh, I couldn't imagine the
engine work is done.
wow. Guys, just think the insanity of this car once it's turbocharged. It takes all the characteristics of what we've just experienced there onto a completely different level. Because we're going to have more torque, more power, boost running through the front wheels.
Front wheels with a limited slip diff.
Yeah.
Preferably a 6-pedal helix clutch.
Better clutch.
Probably running around 10 psi of boost safely. I'm told roughly around the 300 brake horsepower mark. That would be safely.
That's, yeah.
With certain internals done to the engine.
Miles per gallon.
Miles per gallon. I mean, I'm going to go a little bit more and have a little bit of the extra work done, which they recommend. There's a company called M2R Motorsport. They're very well known for their turbo kits and engine performance tuning and all that sort of stuff.
Nice. riding passenger in this car. It's very planted.
Yeah, she sits well. That's down to the AP coilovers. The spacers definitely help widen the car with the stance, and obviously the strut brace up front.
Yeah, it does.
It just helps.
It all comes together for a complete dynamic package.
Yeah. The brakes on it, they help obviously in the corners. I think they're EBC drilled, grooved brake discs with EBC pads. Nothing too special at the moment. Obviously, with the boosting kit, it's going to be a full upgrade of brakes, so bigger brakes and more power.
And this is your daily.
This is my daily.
This is your daily. So this is
to work.
Shopping, work.
Yeah.
Wow. And you don't see many of them on the road.
As I said previously, I've not seen any local to me. As I said, a friend of mine who doesn't live around here, he did have one, but he went the other way. He decided to go for Japanese instead of Ford, which is, you know, his preference. Each to their own. But yeah, I love the car. It's just instant torque.
Yeah.
It just gives you everything you want.
Makes your ears ring. It
Makes your
really,
ears
you
ring.
feel it in your stomach. You feel it. Yeah. Definitely feel that it come out on cam there. Everything comes into it, so as you come in on your tiptoes a bit into a corner, it's forgiving because it's so low to the ground. It's got such a wide track because of the spacers and the suspension system that's been played with, and it just boosts confidence. Just going up and up and up. How she's peppy. Woo!
With your mount tune short shift on,
Yes.
the gear throw is just, you know, it depends as well. You can always be faster with your actual gear change yourself, your physical change.
Yeah.
But that, to me, the mount tune, it just helps. It's so smooth.
Absolutely. Why Ford didn't launch this a bit earlier in the game to compete with the likes of the Mini Cooper S, the MG ZR, and especially the hitting the Renault Clio 182.
Yeah.
Vauxhall VXR. It's funny because Ford stayed behind the scenes throughout the sort of 90s after they launched the XR2i, which was that infamous Fiesta with the pepper pot wheels and the quad headlights, and you know, that was a cool car. And then they sort of really retro, and then there was a bit of a gap. They launched the Puma, and the Mark V Fiesta was the Z-Tech S.
That's correct. Yeah.
And that was a 1600 engine.
16 valve, yeah.
Or 1.6. And then they just sort of stayed behind the scenes, and yeah, it's strange. It's kind of like they was watching the market, but when they actually launched the ST in 2006, 2004, 2004, they they were already competing against firmly established Clios and, you know, VXRs and stuff like that. So it's strange that they didn't want to boost one of these cars, because it seems to be the way people are going nowadays with them, just to get that bit more of an edge out of the actual engine.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, they should have made this a little bit more quicker from standard. I mean, 148 brake horsepower from a 2-litre engine isn't really much, to be honest. And this struggled against the Clio 182.
Yeah.
I mean, off the line in any drag race, the Clio will win.
Yeah, sure.
And that's why these are so. You'll find every single one. None of these are ever standard.
Yeah.
They're always been
fiddled with. Modified, just to get
that.
Yeah, to get a bit
try
more.
and squeeze as much power as they can from that 2-litre engine.
Yeah, sure.
And it really is a good engine. It's a stronger engine than the Ford Duratec.
Yeah, definitely. And it's usable.
Definitely
It's usable. We've got a fairly good sized boot. Has this thing got a spare wheel in the back as well?
It has. It's got a space saver in the boot.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people remove to save weight.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chris, I think wow, what an experience that was.
Good fun, yeah?
Good fun. Can I have a go?
Why not, mate? Why not?
Absolutely, let's have a go. Guys, I'm having a go in the St500.
Let's do it.
If I break it, I buy it.
Definitely.
Definitely feel it in your stomach,
Yeah.
the back of your head.
Yeah. It's loud,
Yeah.
obnoxious, and I love it.
Yeah. And it handles perfectly well, like through these sweeping corners.
Yeah.
It just drives through, lovely.
It's all about the B
And
roads.
it's reassuring,
Yeah.
definitely reassuring. The steering, everything comes into play. It gives you confidence.
It does. It just grips
Yeah.
like it's on rails. And then a cyclist comes and ruins your fun.
Hey.
And then a cyclist comes and ruins your fun.
Yeah. That's always the way.
Next time though, once it's boosted,
Oh,
we'll have
be an animal.
we'll have open roads.
Yeah. It's strange. It's a weird feeling because I don't feel like I need to talk about it because
Yeah.
it's already just touching all my senses.
Yeah.
It's kind of left me a bit speechless.
Yeah, yeah.
It is what it is. It's planted. It's responsive.
Yeah.
It's dynamic. It's reassuring if you go into a corner a bit too fast.
Yeah.
You don't have the body rock. There is none. It just literally it's a lateral movement. So
Yeah.
it's from the waist outwards and not the head.
Exactly.
It's definitely something special.
It's definitely what you want from a B road blaster.
Yeah.
A lot of people are surprised when they get in the passenger seat of this car because they don't know what to expect. And then when they get it, they're even more surprised.
Yeah.
They don't expect that just from some cams and a remap, essentially, you know.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, when it comes down to the remap, I don't know what's gone into that. All I've told him is what mods I've got, and then his mate designs this whole map, and then it gets uploaded on to a laptop. I mean, it take 2 hours and 40 minutes to get it into the car.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only downside about a custom map. It just takes time. Whereas you go for a dyno run, it's pretty much instant, apart from fine tuning.
Yeah. And it's not crashy.
No. No.
It's quite forgiving with the bumps, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah.
That short throw as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It just locks in.
Yeah.
There's no. It's solid.
It's literally a piece of billet aluminium, exactly replicated to the standard one,
Yeah.
but with a shorter throw
Yeah.
and with a Mount Tube logo on it. It's a shame because it's a lovely looking bit of kit, but you can't see the bugger.
So you find you're in fifth quite a lot over 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of a low down torque. You know, it'll cruise at 30 easy in fifth gear.
Yeah. Smiles per gallon.
Yes. That's what it's about.
The heel and toe action. Drive it through the corner. Wow, what an experience, Chris.
Good fun, yeah?
Awesome. I just can't believe it. This thing is unbelievable. Wow.
She goes well.
She does. So, and you're going to turbocharge this?
100%.
100%. So we will be returning as a channel. That concludes today's video with Motoring Evolution. If you like this content, then be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And thank you very much, Chris.
No worries at all.
We will see you guys again at the next video.